Consumers globally have been using plastic bags since the 1960s. Lately, many countries have introduced legislation to ban the use of plastic bags to reduce littering and pollution. In Nigeria, plastic bags have seemingly come to stay. They are everywhere. They come in all colors, sizes and shapes and are used for packaging of goods and services. Of particular interest is their use to serve hot cooked foods and drinks.
For food vendors like this in Nigeria, the common disposable food packaging for takeaways are this product from styrofoam and this thin black plastic bag. While this one comes with a price, this one is free. But like all plastic containers for foods and drinks, study has it that they leach chemicals, especially at high temperature. But how dangerous are these chemicals to the human body?
This chemist says all commercially available plastic items would leak chemicals when exposed to heat, boiling water, sunlight, and microwaving. These include plastic bags used for packaging food, as they contain polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, and polystyrene.
It is a huge and a very huge problem in this country, Nigeria. Many of us are not aware that these things are actually affecting our health. If you have a food that is at normal temperature, you won't have a chemical release. Okay, but if you have a food that is at a temperature above the normal, perhaps 50, 60 degrees, and then below the normal, when you go down to minus, sometimes you do have some of these things.
Is it just food? What about water in plastic as well?
Yeah, also, yes. Even feeding bottles for children also leach some of these chemicals. For example, you have the bisphenol A. Some of these feeding bottles do leach bisphenol A into the food, baby food for children. And most times, the temperature at which this occurs is found around the temperature for baby food preparation.
He also says long-term exposure have been linked to hormonal imbalance, infertility, birth defect, and cancer.
These chemicals from these polymer materials bioaccumulate in the body, and then they get to a threshold level that causes some of these, illness and diseases. One of them is cancer. They release some carcinogenic chemicals into the food that is wrapped with these materials. Beside that, we also have problems like brain impairment, hormonal changes in the body of man, and several other, negative health implications of the use of these polymer materials.
Like other customers, this consumer does it for convenience, apparently unaware of the health hazard of sustaining this habit.
I just feel like buying. I'm in hurry. That's why I said, okay, let me just buy it. And I wanted to buy 3 before, and I said that it would not be enough, and there's not enough plates. So okay, let it sell inside the nylon for me. I'll pour it inside the plate when I get home.
It's inevitable. It's handy for people to carry their stock. There are some things they buy, you cannot give it to them in hand, so you have to package it well. But what I would advise that when they want to dispose, I always tell my customer, they make sure they dispose properly.
Poisonous chemicals from plastics can enter the human body in ways we may have no control over, like through the waterways. However, we can minimize the use of plastics when storing and delivering foods and drinks. In place of plastics, it's advised we use glass, wood, metal, or paper products instead of styrofoam packs. Vivienne, Irikefe, TVC News, Lagos.